For many landlords, a rental property isn't just an investment, it's a source of pride, memories, emotional attachments. This connection can be positive, instilling a sense of responsibility and pride in the property. However, from our 10 years of experience managing properties, we've seen that emotional attachment often leads to financial losses and legal problems. If you want to see what we're talking about, let's get started with problem number 1. Breaking fair housing laws and getting fined for it. Fair housing laws are designed to protect tenants against discrimination in housing situations. These laws are complex and often misunderstood, and often they change. Emotional attachment to your property can cloud your judgment, leading to a discriminatory tenant selection process. Let me give you an example. If you inherited the property from your grandfather and you prefer not to have children in the house because there's some special things in the house that are ornate because it's an old house or something along those lines, and you think children would ruin that, and you decide not to rent the property to somebody with children, you would be guilty of breaking a fair housing law that provides for a protection of a familial status. And that could lead to serious legal and financial repercussions that you don't want to experience. What's the solution we propose? For self-managing landlords, study and learn how to effectively apply fair housing laws to the decisions that you make. If you want to consider a hands-off approach and you don't want to have to worry about this, consider hiring a professional property management company that's going to do this for you. Consequence number 2, overvaluing your property and experiencing long vacancy. Setting the rent based on how much you love the house, or all the memories that you have in the house, or what you feel that the rent should be, is a sure way to not get the property rented. It can lead to you overpricing the property. Rarely do we find landlords who underprice the property. Almost always they want to overprice the property, and a lot of the times it's because they feel that the property's worth it, that it's nice, that the family has invested a lot of money into it. And while all those things are important, it doesn't change the fact that the open market is what sets the price. Tenants will ultimately make their decision based on what similar properties in similar conditions are renting for. What's the solution we propose? If you're managing it on your own, detach yourself emotionally from what you feel the property's worth. Objectively look at what similar properties in similar neighborhoods are renting for and price your house accordingly so that you can get it rented out quickly to good tenants, which would allow you to maximize the investment and get the best return for the property. If you're using a property management company, they're going to do all this for you. They set rent prices every single day, and they know the market value of most properties, and that experience is valuable. The reason that experience is so valuable is because it will get your property rented quickly. If your property sits vacant for an entire month, that's roughly $3,000 to $4,000 that you're not collecting. Before we get to the third and final consequence, be sure to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share them with your friends if you find them valuable. This helps us to keep providing this educational content and support you in your journey to being a landlord. All right, consequence number 3. Blaming the tenant for every minor issue. Unexpected repairs are part of being a landlord. Properties will break over time. Everything has a useful life, and as that useful life expires, that's when things start to break, that's when things need to be replaced. This type of thing is, generally speaking, not the tenant's fault. But if we overreact and blame the tenant for any and every little repair that happens at the property, we will sour the relationship with the tenant, which can lead to tenants moving out earlier than they previously had planned, or them truly not taking care of the property because they don't feel valued and appreciated. We are not talking about malicious tenant damage here. We are talking about routine maintenance items that need to be done no matter what, whether there was a tenant living there or whether you were living there as the owner of the property. So what's the solution that we propose? If you manage the property on your own, expect to spend roughly 10% of the gross rent on repairs. Things break in a house, you need to budget for them so that when they do, you're in a position where you can repair them. You don't want to be caught in a spot where you can't afford to make a repair, because that opens you up to other legal problems. Okay, one other tip that we want to talk about, and as a landlord myself, I know how difficult this can be. but you must emotionally detach yourself from the property. It's going to provide you with clarity so you can make objective, good, reasonable decisions when it comes to things that you need to decide as a landlord. And one other step that you might want to take, if you have a rental property in the Ventura County area, you might want to reach out to the most trusted property management company around, which just happens to be ours, and let's have the conversation about what this looks like about taking the management of this property off your hands so you can go and do the things that you enjoy doing instead of dealing with all the problems that we've talked about in this video. Give us a call at this number here or click here to reach out to us. We also are able to give you a free comparative market analysis of your property, whether we work together or not, as a way of us providing a little bit of value to you. We hope that you found this video helpful and it can help you on your journey to being a financially free landlord.